it just feels like the start of the season is here. It feels like it. Okay, the vets are reporting to training camp today. QB1, wide receiver one, everyone is reporting to training camp today. People are signed, players are extended, and it's a great time to be a Jet fan. So let's talk about and bring out the crystal ball. You know, I love bringing out those crystal balls to say which 5 Jets are most poised to break out this season. It starts today, but we're going to be reaping those benefits all season long. 5 guys from me, 5 guys from Boy Green. You don't want to miss it. It's Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a Jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, Jet, Jet, Jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jet, Jet, Jet! Let's go! There you go, Wudi!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Okay, right here. Is it here? Yes, it is. All right, we pointing today. Right here is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. How you doing, my good sir?
A lot of shout outs to give. First off, happy birthday to Garrett Wilson, baby. 2-5 today on Jets Report Camp Day. G-Dub. And what a gift, $130 million. So hopefully you buy yourself something nice, kid. That'd be wonderful. So happy birthday to the one and only Garrett Wilson. Unfortunately, a New York Jets player was already handed their pink slip. They rolled up this morning. The Jets social media team said, oh, look at this guy. Smiles to the camera. About 2 hours later, his ass got cut. Obinna Easy, the Hard Knocks star on Detroit, on the Detroit Lions Hard Knocks a couple of years ago. He was the International Pathway Program for the Jets in the past. 6'8", big ass offensive lineman, and he got tossed out the door. So we have not heard a corresponding roster move. Maybe that news will break here on the show of who they're signing. Who are they filling with that roster spot? But that's other news that dropped earlier today. So 2 bits of news. Shout out to Garrett Wilson. Happy birthday. Shout out to Obinna Easy, who unfortunately was just released. And then obviously the other news, Wudi. And, I know this is a Jet show, but Ozzy Osbourne passed away, the rock legend, Ozzy. And I see Easy talking about it in the chat. And, I'm a big rocker myself. So that's incredibly sad news there. So there goes Johnny Boy says a moment of silence for Ozzy. Rest in power, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ozzy, our guy, definitely rest in power there. I know this happened yesterday, so it's not the same thing, but in terms of, losing people that I used to, or that have impacted my childhood, the actor Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes.
Was in Costa Rica, with his family and, also, passed. So definitely in the world of entertainment, some sad nuggets. And of course, I guess, Obinna's family, some sad nuggets as well. But if you Garrett, it's time to celebrate. They gave him, like you said, $130 million. The facilities have been renovated. The first thing I thought of, actually, when I thought of it was, they keep coming out with those surveys every year of like the facilities, right? Ownership,
right. The NFLPA survey. Yep.
Yes, and the Jets always, close to the bottom. And hey, I guess this is a huge, new regime, right? They want to actually change the culture, right? And what they say people change culture. Equipment could also help. It could also help change that culture. So I think this goes a long way. I'm very excited to see what kind of letter grade they get for the facilities this upcoming survey.
They better get a good one based on all this. If you guys didn't see it, here are all the upgrades. And this is not at MetLife Stadium. This is at One Jets Drive, their training facilities. Here you go. Wow.
Very, very nice. Very nice. All right. They doing things up. All right. State of the art technology. Okay. And yeah, they're actually trying to make a difference. I see it.
All right. Wudi, we got some memberships being gifted before we get down to the brass tacks here. Look at the legend. He's in the intro. Jake gosh darn Aspen, baby. Hey now.
Hey.
And before we read that another membership being gifted by another legend that's also referenced in the intro, number one Austrian Jets fan. All right, those memberships, let's give a quick shout out here on the channel. Those memberships went to, for Austrian, it went to Gilbert Farmer, a.k.a. Gil, and Jake Asmans went to Vino. Shout out to Jake Asman and our number one Austrian Jet fan. Thank you both for the support. Both of those are thrown in our massive raffle that we'll be doing this month. We'll talk more about that later, I'm sure. Woodster?
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the love. Our guys, both, like you said in the intro, continuing to show love. Also want to give a shout out on Take Flight Talk. We broadcasting the show on a lot of different channels and a lot of different places. And one of them is my YouTube channel, Take Flight Talk. My guy, Dane O. He has immediately realized that I am using a new camera. This is the first time in Boy Green Meets Wudi history that I'm using this camera. And apparently, I'm coming through. I'm coming through in 4K. My guy says I'm crystal clear. Last time I checked, I was black. But hey, I'm crystal clear today, baby.
Here's the only concern. I wish that your takes were more crystal clear. They've been murky during our entire show's history. But hey, you know what? God can only make miracles happen in some form or fashion. So I'll allow that to happen whenever it hopefully happens in the future.
Hey, it's been happening. You just haven't been paying attention, Boy Green. You need one of these. All right.
Wow. Wow. That's a hell of a prop to have at the ready, Inspector Clouseau. Okay, here we go. Wow. All right.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, today, right, we're going to be talking about, and we've already talked about guys who we think are going to increase their value in the next couple of weeks. But what about the season? Every year we see people rise and fall. Unfortunately, some of them fall, but we enjoy the rise during the season of, we didn't know this guy was going to be this good, or we didn't know this guy had this. And sometimes that even happened to the coaches. Nathaniel Hackett, I didn't know Brees Hall could catch. Right, so that's what we are doing right now, is to bring out the crystal ball and predict which guys are going to make noise, whether it's team, like what I just said, like we didn't know this, or league wide, put the league on notice that hey, I'm here, my name is blank and I'm here to make an impact on the league. So we got our list ready, checked it twice, and we about to see who naughty or nice.
That's for dang sure. So I'm really fired up to see who the hell made Wudi's list here on this. Again, It is a compliment, and I want to make sure that this is very clear. Wudi just described it there, but just to reiterate, we just did a list that was top 5 training camp. Like David Clowney's. They broke out in training camp, broke out in preseason, but we didn't really see it during the regular season. We hope that transitions as well, but these are in the season, not just in the next couple of weeks. So we got some good stuff. So Woodster, who do you want to go first on this puppy?
I will. That's a good question. What? I can pass the baton to you. I can.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm blushing. Wow. Okay. All right. This is it's hard to see with my Puerto Rican complexion. Sometimes it's hard for the red to come across, but I appreciate that. So thank you very much. And people are giving their own predictions or guesses or who they believe will be in the top 5. Hey, folks, just sit back, relax. We'll deliver it for you. All right. It's coming through. So without further ado,
number 5.
I'll put it. My number 5, top 5 breakout guy ahead of the 2025 season for me is this man. Let's throw him up here on the screen. Isaiah Davis. Okay, we've talked about Breece Hall. We've talked about Braylon Allen. And Aaron Glenn has talked about using all 3 running backs on this team. That includes Breece Hall. That includes Braylon Allen. Includes Isaiah Davis. We never talk about this guy. He wasn't even the first rookie running back taken in his own draft last year. There was Braylon Allen. So people forget about him all the time. Hell, I even forget about Jackrabbit, Isaiah Davis here. I think he's going to make some noise. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He showed pop with his opportunities. Of course, they were limited. And I think with an emphasis on the running game, I think Isaiah is going to have plenty of opportunities. Now, I'm not quite sure if it's a stamp on the league move over Christian McCaffrey. I'm not sure if we're going there. But on this team and making an impact, oh, yeah. I think there's a path here for Isaiah Davis. You're on mute, Wudi. Although it's weird that even when you're on mute, it sort of has the same feeling as your normal take. So I'm not sure if anything's going to change when you unmute yourself, but for some of the people to give them a chance. Yeah.
I was about to give you a compliment for your choice, bro.
And of course you put that on mute on purpose while you were trying to give me a compliment. So, I'll do that. Yeah, very nice. Smooth moves, pal. Smooth moves.
No, that's Isaiah Davis, to me, he proved that he is a talented running back. To your point, AG did say that, they have 3 talented running backs in the room. Mm-hmm. Selfishly, if I draft Breece Hall in fantasy, I'm gonna need Isaiah to have as many snaps on the bench as possible. But we don't know what's gonna happen, right? So
sure. Right.
If he does get out there, I do think he will produce. So not a bad start. Not a bad start at all to your list.
Right. Okay, beautiful. There you go. So a big shout out to Isaiah Davis. All right, Woodster, let's go to
number 5.
All right. Well, this guy, he's pretty much set up. He is set up to do something. If he can't do something, then it's time to get to stepping. And
wow.
I would say that this year, mm-hmm. this is the best supporting cast he's had, the most faith the coaching staff has had in him since his sophomore season. I don't think there are many excuses that can be used. Like this staff, they chose him. They think that he has something left. So if my guy in the red shirt, Justin Fields, doesn't do something this season, then all right, then okay, because he is absolutely set up, absolutely rolled out the red carpet, got his boy from college, got the offensive line. Got a deep, to Boy Green's point, we're talking 3-headed running back room, right? We have all these different things in place to make things easier for this man. So I need to see a breakout. I need to see, we can't be talking about, our QB is a QB who's never even thrown, 2,800 yards in a season. All of that needs to be broken out of this season. Justin Fields. There's nobody, in my opinion, there's nobody on my list or even Boyd Green's list, without even seeing the list, that is more set up to be better than they were last year than Justin Fields. So he's on my list to break out.
Well, number one, it's great to see him on your list at all, Justin Fields haterade. But number two, my question is, normal on the drink in the fridge. But what is Justin Fields squinting at? Is he squinting at your lists? Is he squinting at your magnificent mane of hair? What is Justin Fields squinting at in this photo? What's going on here?
I think he's just trying to read a defense, which he's had some issues with.
Oh, that's not very nice, James Wudi. Not very nice. That's rude. Rude. That's another word to go for it. Rude. But okay. There you go. Justin Fields. Okay, make it the top 5. Very nice. Very nice, Wudi. I like it. Sure. All right. Not bad.
Number 4.
Let's go to this. Now, this is a player that I think will have a chance to break out during the season with opportunity as it eventually comes. I think this guy is going to have one of those opportunities. I think he's going to have one of those chances to make some noise, and I'm excited for it. So without further ado, let's go to this guy on the list. A guy that, and I'll give a hint, I'll give a tease to this. This is a guy that a certain Jets reporter that has joined Boy Green Daily, he has sang his praises higher than maybe anybody in the Jet Beat Reporter universe. This guy that I'm about to highlight. And without further ado, let's throw him up here on the big screen. Arian Smith, New York Jets wide receiver. And I will say this. Did I put this guy in because I have a plug to an interview I did over the weekend? Sure, that helps. ESPN NFL insider Jeremy Fowler joined me over the weekend. And at the end of the show, I love asking this question to like insiders. I'm like, so do you have anything else in your notebook, Jets related, that you could share on the show? And he was sort of waffling, going through his notes. I said, actually, I have this. And I'm like, okay, feed it to me. He gave a lot of rookie notes on the Jets draft and what the rest of the league has been saying about it. And he said that the Jets have this vision for Arian Smith, that they believe he's a complete receiver. He's not just some screen guy. He's not just some deep ball guy. He says the Jets truly believe they have something here, which would speak to why they drafted him in the 4th round, while others thought he was a 6th or 7th round pick, perhaps. So Jeremy Fowler's sources, and a shameless plug to my interview with Jeremy Fowler, and the potential of, I don't know if Arian Smith is going to be a guy right away. I don't know how quickly he sends a depth chart. Maybe that happens and I'm surprised. But I think this is a guy that eventually gets opportunity at some point in the season. I think he makes the most of it. So I'm going to put Arian Smith number 4 on this list of breakout guys for 2025.
Anytime that your current head coach, draws a direct parallel to you and a valuable starter in this league, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
that's a really good sign. And on day 1, right, the day he was drafted, AG said that he saw a lot of Jameson Williams in him. And Jameson Williams is not a one-trick pony, and he is a very talented, young, speedy receiver for the Detroit Lions. So, I mean, if that's what they see in him, if that's what they can bring out of him, then how the hell is he not going to be on this list? That's it would actually be a blessing, like just unbelievable to see it come to fruition, to have a guy like that when we have Garrett, and what we're expecting to see from some of the other guys. Arian Smith, that's a huge ceiling there, but like to Boy Green's point, I don't know when, is it week 1?
Mm-hmm.
Is it week 10? Is it week 1 of next year? I don't know when we're going to get there, which is why he did not make the cut for my list, but a very good choice.
I'm just excited because if we get that play, that 40-yard bomb to the house for a touchdown or something larger, perhaps that JMO effect. Again, the Jets apparently believe that he could do even more than that. But I think that strikes fear, and the defense are playing that day, that night, whenever it is, and every other team's like, whoa, got to account for that. And just the threat. I just need to see it once. We talk about Survivor. I bring up the Survivor show all the time. They brought this advantage in the game a couple of years ago. It's called, like knowledge is power. And I don't need to go into the whole Survivor lore of it, but the whole point is that it was in the game, so people had to plan for it. And every season in the future, the fact that it was in a season once, they had to be ready for it just in case it ever came back because of all the ramifications and ripple effects. I think there's that same thing here. I never thought I'd make a Survivor reference in the middle of the Jet show on July 22nd, but here we are. And I think there's some of that too. So, got to give some love to one Arian Smith. I love it. Okay, Woody, you ready for your number 4?
Absolutely.
Number 4.
Well, I guess I said absolutely, so that's all on me. I just wanted to say, because our guys in the comments talking a lot about Mason Taylor, and I just want to say I'm high on Mason Taylor. Mason almost made my list, but I didn't know about, like, for a rookie, like what exactly is considered breakout, like what are the expectations. So that's the only reason why I didn't put him. But I think he's going to have 600 yards. I think he's going to have a few touchdowns. So while you guys are in there arguing about TE room, he's not Laporta. We don't know. I would say obviously there's a lot that we're going to find out with Mason Taylor, but I do think he is a talented receiver, a fluid receiver who is in a system that is tight end friendly with a quarterback who historically has relied on that position greatly. So I think, Taylor deserves some hype going into the offseason, or going into the regular season. But number 4 has absolutely nothing to do with that. My guy. All right. This is somebody I think we were high on when we drafted him. So amazing, because we didn't even have to start him at first. He was going to learn behind Hall of Famer Tyron Smith, but that didn't really work out too well. I mean, of course, there are things you can still learn in practice and all that type of stuff. But Tyron, he was looking like Tyrone Smith, and Olu, he was thrown in there. So Olu, Fashanu, super high, expectations for him going into year 2. I think that whole thing kind of hurt him, coming in as a role player, right? That wasn't supposed to start, kind of thrown into the fire. Started on both sides because Morgan Moses got hurt and he was on the right. Then Tyron Smith was asked, so then he was on the left. And then, there's just a lot to work with. And then, now we're talking about cadences. Aaron Rodgers, trying to get people off sides, but we getting false starts. So there's a lot of things that Olu had to juggle that the average first-round tackle doesn't have to juggle. This year, there should be way more stability, and I'm expecting him to assert himself as one of the premier left tackles in this league. So with the stability, with the coaching, and no more of those, fake cadences, all this type of stuff, trying to get that free play. I think Olu is about to have a breakout year.
Well, first off, I appreciate you getting Jets legend Frankie Louvu in this photo. If you know, you know. So I appreciate that. Getting in there, and I love getting Olu on this list. I don't have him on my list, but he was easily in consideration on this list. I love Olu Fashanu. I think he has a chance to really go to town, and there's just a lot of important factors. He's playing left tackle, his natural position. You got to feel good about that. This offseason, he's not working on things like last offseason to get ready for the combine and this. And for those who don't know, there's just a lot of hoopla that has nothing to do with football. So you're focusing on other things. This offseason, it's football. It's playing left tackle. He knows he's the guy. He doesn't go up. What he said, up, I'm a backup, up. I'm jumping at guard, up. I'm jumping at right tackle. I'm jumping at all these places. He knows he's the man, and we're relying on him to be the man. And he's healthy, it sounds like, coming off that weird foot thing from the end of last year. So Olu, what a great choice. What a great choice and opportunity there. I love the Olu pluck of the fruit there, Woodster. Very nice. But let's hit him with a
number 3.
Hit him with that step back. Let's hit him with that number 3 here on the list. And I agree with what Wudi said earlier. normally about how can you put rookies on the list? Breakout for what? They were in college last year. How do you even, kind of encapsulate that? But this is the second rookie I'm putting on the list because I'm a rule breaker. Let's go to Azareye'h Thomas, baby. And I think this is the perfect guy for this list because the training camp list, I don't think he breaks out. Why? Brandon Stevens is there. He got paid $36 million. He ain't getting beat out by Azareye'h Thomas. I don't care if Azareye'h Thomas looks like Darrelle Revis out there. I just don't see that happening. And I get it. Wudi's brought up several times a meritocracy, and that if Azareye'h Thomas is playing like Revis out there, he should start over Brandon Stevens, regardless of the contract. I just think they're going to give Brandon Stevens a chance to prove himself, to on the money. He would have to be so awful as a teammate that they wouldn't even give him a chance to go out on the field. So this is why this breakout list is right for AZ Thomas. Throughout the season, if Steven struggles in the way that he's struggled in the past with his yardage and things of that nature, Azareye'h Thomas here, coach, right here in the back. AZ Thomas, the guy that could have been a first-round pick corner, but I ran a slow 40, and apparently that matters a lot. Hey, coach. So he's going to be in the back. He's ready to go. He's talented. And I go back. I don't have this clip, but Trevor Sikkema, Tampa Bay Trey, draft analyst, and do-it-all man for PFF, he joined the Jets booth at the NFL Combine, and they had him on asking all kinds of questions. And Caroline Hendershot turns to Trevor Sikkema and says, hey, who is a player in this draft? And this is obviously in February. Who's a player in this draft that you think fits AG for what he is, what he wants, what he's looking for? And Trevor goes, I don't know. Oh, here's a guy, Azareye'h Thomas. And he just goes on and on about how he fits schematically, how he fits the mentality, what he brings to the table, the size, the press coverage, the lankiness, all this stuff. He goes through and through and through. And then he goes on with his life and goes to some other booth. And I remember that clip because I cut it up. And then when the Jets drafted him, I said, no bleeping way. Full circle, go back to this guy. So I think Azareye'h Thomas checks off a lot of things, and he has a chance to break out by stealing another man's food off his table, to steal it in the middle of the year, take his wife, take his kids, take his food, take his home, take it all. Azareye'h Thomas, he's coming for it, baby.
I had Azareye'h Thomas in my breakout for training camp. I know you kind of outlined, why you felt right, like why you delayed it. So I guess all I'm going to say is clearly we're on the same page about this kid's talent.
Of course, right.
We got him breaking out just at different times. But yeah, he is that guy. We all should be very excited for him.
For sure.
Number 3.
I feel real good about this one.
Okay.
AG, he's a coach. He's a coach. But last year, where did he coach? He coached on the defensive side of the ball. I feel like he will help players on that side of the ball. I think he will help players on both sides. But let me pick a defensive player right now to highlight that I think AG will bring the best out of. I know you like asking trivia questions.
Yeah. Oh, do you have trivia?
Yes. Do you know who?
Okay, here we go. Wait, let me get the music. Okay. Red wire, blue wire, yellow wire. Okay, let's go.
Oh my God! Do you know who led the league?
Wait, before you even ask this question, can I just ask: is my family's lives on the line? Do I have to get this right to save their lives? I'm just trying to increase the tension.
No, obviously not. I'm not even in the same room with you.
Okay, right. I guess, but you're in New York now, so I got to keep my head on a swivel. But go ahead. What's the question?
Do you know who led the league in interceptions last year?
Who led the league in interceptions last year? Was that? Wait. Kirby Joseph, Detroit Lions?
That is correct.
Yes! Yeah, baby! Okay, nice.
A lot of sounds in there, but yes, that is correct. Kirby Joseph, the free safety for the Detroit Lions. Do you know who's supposed to be playing free safety for the Jets this year?
Oh, let me get the music back. Andre Cisco?
That is correct. You can put it up on the. Oh my God!
Nice. Okay.
Wow, that was a lengthy time. I don't know if I'm gonna be asking more questions, but anyway, get the man's picture up on the screen, boy Green. All right, Andre Cisco. All right, that guy, this guy. All right, Syracuse. You already know. He's a young dude. He is a baller, and I think that AG is about to get the absolute best out of him. Is he about to lead the league in interceptions? Probably not, but I do think he is about to bounce back mightily from what people saw as a down year. It's crazy for somebody of his skill set and his age to have the small market that he had in free agency, but I think he's about to turn all that upside down and really leave us in a difficult position next year because he's only on a 1-year deal. So I wish it was long term. It's not long term, but on this 1-year prove it deal, I think he's about to prove a whole lot to us. And I think AG is about to have him looking like a whole different player.
All right, 3 things here. Number 1, Syracuse guy, up or went out, go Orange. Okay, of course. Number 2, I prefer this number 8 a lot better than the number 8 we saw last season. Ayo! We'll see if this number 8 can pick off the old number 8, week 1, perhaps. There in the show. And number 3, wow, what a photo you picked here. Look at him flexing in the new threads. All right. Andre Cisco's looking in game shape. That's for dang sure. Okay. Like the Andre Cisco shout out there, Woodster. Very nice. Okay. I see you. And I raise you.
Number 2.
Let me go to number 2 on this list. Now, Woody, I know this is going to shock you, but there have been times in the past where I've been wrong. It doesn't happen often, but occasionally it does happen. Okay.
Literally happens every time we do a show, but keep going.
It's, different strokes, different folks, agree to disagree. Anywho, there's times where, I've been wrong. And this may be one of those times before I even say who it is. And here it is. Sometimes we get hype. I mentioned David Clowney earlier in the show. We're like a guy you think you're hearing all the everything about, and you think, oh, this guy's going to be crazy, and then he ends up being nothing. I'm buying the hype on this player. There's been a lot of hoopla about this guy, and I'm buying in and saying that I believe it. Let's throw him up on the big screen here. Rashad Weaver, number 99 in your program, still in Will McDonald's number. And the real number that matters is 3 of the last 4 years, Woody. He's had this. 0 sacks in 3 of the last 4 seasons. And a couple years ago, Rashad Weaver had 5.5 sacks. We're like, oh, okay. That's something. It's not like he's leading the league in sacks or anything, but there's a pop. But that's been the only pop. There's been a whole lot of nothing in between. And Rashad Weaver has said that he hasn't been able to play the way he's wanted to play at the level, and he took all the onus and pressure on himself. There's a lot of things that can lead to a breakout. But one of the most important is opportunity, Woody. You can be as talented as you are, but if you're on the bench, you can't do diddly from there. And because of the depth of defensive end on this team, Rashad Weaver is going to have opportunities. And obviously the Jets coaching staff saw something none of us did because he was bouncing around on practice squads last year. And he was one of the first free agent signings in the week. And I'm like, Rashad Weaver, who the hell? This could have been an addition on December 4th, let alone like the first week of free agency. Who is this? And apparently they know something, and we'll see if it's really true or if it's just off-season hubbub. But I'm buying it, man. I think Rashad Weaver has a real chance to burst out on the scene. He's going to have opportunity with the Jets. He obviously has Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Quinnen Williams. No one's going to be, you got to circle Rashad Weaver in the program. No defensive coordinator is going to say that or has ever said that. But maybe this is the year where it happens, and he could take advantage of some one-on-one ops that are clearly coming here in 2025.
Gotta say that's a head scratcher. So just gonna
did you have him number 1 on the list?
Boy Green. For this, do you think Rashad leave it to Beaver Weaver is about to do something in the season? This is an insane pick. Diapers are expensive, man, and you out here buying this instead of buying diapers and quality things for your children, man.
Wow.
Hey,
Oh,
it's all right. It's all right.
okay.
Okay. The Weaver. Let me write that down as somebody who
Yeah, Rashad Weaver. It's
might not even make the team.
RASHAD space
Is he even going
Weaver,
to be on the team
WEAVER.
week one?
Oh, come on.
What do you mean? What
Put some respect
we
on
talking about who's
Rashad
going to
Weaver.
break out during the season, and you talking about somebody who might not even break out in
Hey, he could
preseason.
break out in the CFL. That's possible. You know, the old
Yeah, but that's
UFL.
not what we're talking about. We're talking about
That's
in the
a season.
NFL.
We didn't specify in the headline NFL season. I mean,
See, where's J Boy out to call you out, cheating, bending rules, bending everything?
he's going to have a hell of a season for the Jets, not the Winnipeg Jets, the New York Jets. It's happening, Wudi. You just got to drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Do not know about that. Shout out to my guy Clifford. I appreciate you. But yeah,
you.
this hey, Boy Green's pick was not awesome. I'll tell you that. Allow me to hit him with it.
Number 2.
Said this guy's name a lot. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna shout it from the heavens. Might wear his jersey on October 5th when we do our showdown. This guy, you want to talk about somebody who is set up for success, right? I said, Justin Fields is in a situation that hasn't really been in before. But guess what? Brees Hall now has his best offensive line. Most likely his best coach. We'll see. Because he was doing some work with LaFleur. But I think right now his situation is the best it's going to be as a Jet. He has to prove it. He's seen his classmates get extended. They made commitments through 2030. If he wants to remain teammates with his classmates, he's going to need to break out. He needs it. Which is, I guess, pretty similar to everybody else on my list, right? So Cisco's on a 1-year deal. Fields is on that other than Olu. This is one where he needs it, and luckily, schematically, roster-wise, he's set up for that success. So you take those two things combined, the necessity and the avail or the makeup of the roster, those two things together, and boom, how does this guy not break out? That's what I'm going with. So that's why he's so high on my list. That's why I'm going to keep shouting his praises. I think Brees Hall is in for a top dog
Wow.
year of just yardage, touchdowns, catches, everything. He's about to go off.
Well, I'll say this right off the top. As a father of 2 children, I appreciate any SpongeBob references you can make on the show. So when you say, I need it, with SpongeBob needing some water, he's at, Aunt Sandy's house, and he's like, pinkies up, and he's trying to get some H2O going on there as he's drying out. I can respect that and appreciate that for the old Brees Hall there. So, Woodster, thank you for that. But let's cut right to the chase. Let's get to
number 1.
Number 1 on the list. And this is a guy that I wasn't sure if we were going to have anyone matching on this list, Woody. I'm going to be honest. But this is one we should have matching. It's JF7, baby. It's the prince that was promised. Justin Gosh darn Fields. He is the number 1 breakout guy. It really mirrors a lot of the things you said earlier. He has the best chance to break out. The team believes in him. There's no one looking over his shoulder. Sorry, old man Tyrod Taylor's 35. He turns 36 like in a couple weeks here in early August. We'll give him a happy birthday shout out, I guess. So the team believes in him. There's no competition. He's got a long leash. He can mess up and still be good. Hopefully a lot of mess ups aren't happening. They believe in him. He's got Garrett Wilson, his old college buddy. He's got Jeremy Ruckert, his old college buddy. He's got Brees Hall, who you just championed. They got this great offensive line that has a lot of potential. If Justin Fields can't break out now, he can't ever break out. He's on his 3rd team in 3 years. I need it. He's got 2 years on the deal, but really it's a 1-year deal. It's all in right now. If the Jets have a top 5 pick, if the Jets have a top 10 pick, Justin Fields will be replaced. and it may not be immediate. Justin Fields could be the bridge quarterback in 2026, but it's over. His NFL career is on the line. He could be a backup for a long time. A lot of quarterbacks are, and quite frankly, Justin Fields has a lot of that moxie that he doesn't, raise red flags. We're not catching him at the nightclub. He's not doing anything crazy. So in theory, if it doesn't work out as a starter, he can be a backup for a long time because he just does things the right way. But in terms of being a starter, it is now or never for Justin Fields. I'm fired up for him. It's something different than we've ever seen in Jets history before. I'm excited to see what he does with this opportunity. Maybe he seizes it. Maybe he does not. I'm going to assume the former, that he does seize it. He takes the day, and we'll see what that ends up transforming into in 2025.
Carpe diem. We'll see. Obviously, like you said, we we're gonna have one matching. We did. It is this guy on the screen right here. And so, he set up for it. Again, that combination of the roster makeup and what it means. I do think he can still be a starter if he continues to stink this year, though.
You think? Oh, really?
I do.
Okay.
No, I do. Because even the person that they always, or the people that they always want to bring up is our guys, Gino and Sam, the true prince who was promised. And it wasn't, stop three, for Sam, he went to Carolina, then he went to the Niners, and then boom.
But Niners, he wasn't a starter though, right?
Yeah. That's correct. But
so, he got the Jets chance, he got the Carolina chance, and then it was over until he finally got the Vikings chance.
But the Vikings chance, even the Vikings, we didn't know if he was about to be a backup again.
Well, we didn't know what he was going to do with the opportunity, but Justin Fields, if he fucks up this year,
with JJ McCarthy, we didn't know if JJ fate happened, JJ got hurt, and boom, now Sam, had his opportunity. Justin Fields, that can definitely happen. Justin Fields can be signed anywhere, right? And then boom, somebody tears your ACL or anything like that.
I guess that's true.
And, it's you don't have to guess. It is true. But so Fields, but obviously this is obviously a great chance. So he doesn't want to mess up. So hopefully he doesn't.
We can only hope. All right, Wudi, we need to get to your list here. I will give a quick shout out here. I see Hennessy Heisman has sent in a 10-month member shout out. Thank you for being a member for 10 months here on the channel. We appreciate it, Hennessy. Thank you very much. Wow. In no order, his list was Brees, Ruckert, Cisco, Fields, Olu for his top 5. Go ahead, Wudi.
This list, I love it because literally 4 out of my 5 people is on this list. So Hennessy, I feel like we need to toast some Hennessy because that list is fantastic. And I have nothing but love for Ruckert. So Ruckert was actually on my list to break out in training camp because some people out there, we've even seen in the comments, we got a lot of Ruckert haters out there. I think he is going to prove that he is, TE2 on this team during training camp. So you have 5 people that I've chosen to break out, but you're missing one guy. And that's,
actually, maybe Ruckert's number 1 here. We're about to get the big reveal. Could be Jeremy Ruckert, huh?
Well, no, because I already said that he was on my previous list.
Number 1.
So, my number 1, we got to go back to defense, man. I just feel like, what AG is going to do on that side, because we have a lot of, pieces, but we didn't have a whole, or, the sum, right? The whole is worth more than the sum of its parts. And that's what I feel like we had. We had some parts, but we didn't have anyone to make it whole. And I think that's what AG is going to do. And, we talk about how Will McDonald last year was leading the league in sacks for a little bit. He eventually got overtaken. Do you know who, without, playing music, just, who overtook him for the sacks?
So say that one more time.
who overtook Will McDonald to lead the league in sacks like that week that it was no longer Willie.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so when he was Trey Hendrickson?
Close, because he did. I mean, he obviously led the league by the end of the season, but at that time, it was Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember because we were
Aiden
championing the shit, and I'm like, hey, folks, Will McDonald, second in Lincoln Sacks or whatever. Yeah. Aiden was on a tear before he blew his leg.
Exactly, and he continued to lead the league in sacks for weeks after blowing out his leg, and now the coach who coached Aiden Hutchinson is coaching Will McDonald. I'm not at all saying that they are similar players. They merely just play the same position. But I think AG is going to get something out of Will to get him, on to the next level. And again, I think, healthy Jermaine helps. Quinnen obviously always helps. And if LT3 or whoever steps in next to Quinnen can, provide more value than what we saw last year, then we're looking at a unit, a whole, right, that helps Will do what he does best. So we're talking about no one getting double-digit sacks in back-to-back seasons for the Jets in 22 years. Well, I think that streak is about to end. I think Will McDonald, remember at the beginning of this, we said, breakout amongst like Jets fans or breakout and make an impact on the league. Let the nation know that, hey, I'm a premium player in this league. That's something that I think Brees Hall is about to do, my number 2. And my number 1 pick, Will McDonald IV. I think he's about to do that this season and let people know he is one of the most premium sack artists in this league today.
I don't know if you know. Do you know what anything about this picture? Like any storyline or anything with this, Wudi?
Yeah. I mean, he's clearly doing the Quincy Hammer. He could have gotten like Quincy could have just got injured or something, and he did. I can't remember the specifics on this picture.
It is not Quincy, actually. It's Jermaine. Jermaine, who does his tomahawk celebration from
Florida
State.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that would make complete sense because Jermaine got her. Yeah, my bad.
Because we were at this game. This is the Week 3 Jets-Patriots game. This is the Thursday Night Football game at home.
Is that you in the back, Boy Green?
That is. That's me. The handsome guy right behind that guy. And then you look. But anywho, yeah, this is it was cool. So the sad part is obvious. Jermaine Johnson gets hurt. Week 2 Tennessee Titans game. The Jets opened the first 2 games on the road, and Week 3 was a home opener that me and Wudi were at for last year's tailgate, which we'll go full circle here and give a shout out to that before the end of the show for a giveaway that's happening this month. But this was everyone, all the Jets players. We didn't know this ahead of time that they were going to do this. They spoke in the locker room and said, "Hey, anytime we get a sack, if we get one." We're going to do the Jermaine Johnson celebration for a guy we just lost, whatever it was, 4 days before in Tennessee. And thankfully, as we know, Wudi, there was a lot of sacks in that game on Jacoby Brissett, on Drake May when he came in for that final drive or two. And it was awesome. So, yes, Hennessy, you guessed or said correctly. It's when JJ got hurt. Everyone was doing that celebration. It was so freaking cool. So, the 99's a great look. It's going to be weird to see the 9. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But, hey, if taking off one more 9 makes Will McDonald even faster with a spin move, God bless America. If the math on that works, great. Love that. But, yes, so appreciate you choosing this photo, Wudi, because it's got special meaning, at that time and also obviously moving forward.
At that time, we was on top of the world. So nobody could have told me nothing that night.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and there we are as we go forward through this. But great list there, Wudi. I love Willie, so getting him on the list is cool, and I'm really excited for what he's going to do as he unlocks. And if you look at the photo, speaking of photos, if you go to our YouTube thumbnail, all the photos of the players are from today. The Jets players reporting, of course, for report day. Will McDonald's there. Will McDonald looked like he put on some weight. Let me see, because the physical should be coming in today. So let me do one quick look here, Woody, and see if they've updated the weight on old Will McDonald here on the website. So let's see here. They still have not. He's still, quote unquote, listed at 245, but he's heavier than that. So I'll be curious when they update the weights to see how much weight did he officially put on when they do the physicals and everything else that's going to be coming somewhere in the next 24 hours, I imagine, before the first practice tomorrow. That'll be fascinating to see what he brings to the table. Real quick, MFC, baby, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. They keep raining, Wudi. That membership, shout out to MFC, went to Aiken. So another Boy Green Coffee Club membership being gifted here on the show, which is a beautiful transition here, Wudi. And by the way, MFC, you are 3 memberships away from another raffle ticket in our contest. So keep that in mind. You don't have to gift that today here on the 22nd, but just keep that in mind before the end of the month so you can get another raffle ticket for our massive giveaway here, Wudi. And we've been texting a lot about this because we're just excited. We're trying to make sure every detail, every I is dotted, every T is crossed for our massive giveaway, the biggest giveaway in both of our shows' history, and that is the Jets-Cowboys giveaway. So let's throw up the image here on the screen for you guys that are watching here on the YouTube. Also, quick shout-out, we have 200 people on my side watching, so like the video, hit subscribe. Also, make sure if you're watching on Take Flight Talk, like the video and hit subscribe there. If you're not watching on Take Flight Talk, hop on over there real quick. Give it a like so you can see Woody's content that we simulcast together and the content he does on his own. Wudi got pushed out of the nest and he started flapping his wings and I believe he could fly. And boy, did he, with all the wonderful Jets content that's happening over there. So please show your love. Here is the giveaway. We'll announce everything and then we'll tell you how you can enter. 2 tickets to Jets-Cowboys game. That's week 5. That's Sunday, October 5th. That's this upcoming season. It's the Jets-Cowboys game. It's section 228A. You will be with 51 screaming Jet fans as we celebrate that game and contest with awesome seats. 2 tailgate tickets. That is water and select alcohol before the game. All the food is catered by yours truly there on the screen, Chef Kevin Gilbert. We're actually working on the menu. Chef is actually going to take pictures of all the items that he's cooking, Woody, including your burger, my burger, EZD, and Hop on Pop ended up getting his own item. He's going to make the items far in advance, months and months in advance, take pictures of it so we can show the pictures on the screen ahead of the event of what it's going to look like. So that's going to be coming in the coming days, so get ready for that. Jets-Cowboys commemorative t-shirts for each of you, you and the person that you bring to the game. All of that I just said is $600+ in value, but you can have a chance to win it for just $20. Subscribe to my channel. That's free to do at BoyGreen25, BoyGreen25, and subscribe to James Woody's channel at Take Flight Talk. 3 words all together, Take Flight Talk. Subscribe to that channel. Both are free to do. And then submit a $20 raffle ticket. You can spend $20 on the channel right now. If you're watching on YouTube, go down to the little money sign. There's a super chat option. Send in $20 right now. And if you're subscribed to both of our channels, you will be entered to win all of those fabulous prizes. One person will win, and then they can share those tickets with whoever they please. It'll be one winner winning all of that stuff together. And we'll be announcing that on August 1st. So good luck to everybody. So you guys can continue to submit raffle tickets throughout the rest of the month of July. But we're running out of time. Today's the 22nd, only 31 days in July for those counting at home. So you can spend $20 on the channel, the way I just said, with a super chat, or PayPal or Venmo me at that same handle, BOY Green the Color 25. Put your first and last name, a good email for you, and say this is for the Jets-Cowboys giveaway. And as you can see on the scrolling ticker, this is everyone that is in the contest. So feel free to jump in on the train. You only have a chance if you try. And I tell the story all the time about this big New York Jets Sack Exchange Jets helmet that I won before with a $20 raffle ticket. I entered only one raffle ticket, and I'm a lucky bastard, and I won. So enter one raffle ticket, enter multiple if you'd like. Several people have entered multiple tickets, and good luck to all of you. To have a chance to win an NFL trip for $20, you just simply can't beat it. So it's going to be pretty awesome, Woody.
Absolutely. Definitely cannot beat the value. No way, no how. And again, that's going to be a fantastic time. A lot of people that you see on the comments, of course, everybody that you see on the screen will all be there, rooting for our squad, having a grand old time. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. And even if you're, already coming, this is a way to, increase your pack. All right, get 2 more people to roll with you, and cheer for the Jets.
Absolutely, I see we have a MFC super chat coming through.
Hey.
We love to see it. Hey now, Wudi.
Thank you for that. The super chat. You could get lucky here on the Boy Green Show. This show is daily. It's in the morning. Be sure to stay tuned. Let's go,
Wudi, rocking everywhere. MFC with your previous super chat combinations. You keep building up your membership count. Again, you're still only a couple memberships away from getting another raffle ticket for that contest, Wudi. That is going to be pretty friggin' cool. I can't wait. Shout out to everybody. Wudi, shout out to you for the idea of giving away tickets to this. They're all accounted for in terms of we're going to this Jets-Cowboys game. All together, you guys will be sitting with us. And if you guys do not win well, let me start with this. If you win the contest, you already have tickets to our game. You can pick who these tickets go to. If you have two friends in mind that you want to go, you can pick them. If you want me or Wudi to help you, I could call out to the universe and try to find someone who has never gone to a game before, or maybe has military connections and they have not been able to go with a family member. We can find a cool way to give those tickets away if you'd like, or if you want to win the tickets, if you win a raffle, it'll be all at random, and pick who the people go to. Paul, can you please give it to this person in the Boy Green Coffee Club, or this person on Take Flight Talks comment section, Sharon, or whoever out there in the universe? Feel free to take full advantage of that. So hopefully, Wudi, it goes to a good home, and I can't wait. This is a cool way to give back because NFL games are really expensive.
They sure are. God, they sure are. But yeah, we out here, like you said, we appreciate you guys. And we want to meet you guys. Right? That's also another thing. Sure. Just have a grand old time. So we about to get that done. And you already know, we out here providing content. The hardest working man in the biz right here. And every day he's got something for us for this show, 3:00. We got something cooking up for Thursday, and yeah.
Yes, we do. And we're going to have press conferences. I believe AG's is tomorrow morning. So we'll have press conferences to react to. Sauce Gardner, apparently, while we're doing the show, was officially introduced to the media doing a press conference for his extension that was officially signed today. And he had some very interesting things to say, Wudi. We don't have time to get into it today about some of the things he's excited to do in this new scheme. He dropped a few little nuggets that maybe go, oh my. So we may have to get into that on Thursday's program. Again, another shout out to the 200 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby. Appreciate it. And it's amazing. So, and I see that MFC says he enjoys that when he pays $2 on the super chat, that someone out there in the universe gets pissed off. Yeah, a lot of people do not like that Gator video or just the wows in general. So he appreciates that pisses someone off there in the universe. So I respect the petty. Hey, do what you got to do. All right, Wudi, any final thoughts?
No, I mean, I like the list. Shout out to Boy Green. His next jersey purchase, Rashad Weaver. Gonna have to, try to chip in, get we could all chip in and get him a jersey for that. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to just be able to talk Jets with my peoples, right? So I appreciate you guys riding with us, talking with us, staying with the chat the whole time, giving lists. Feel free to give more lists, whether it's right now. Well, I mean, we kind of wrapping up, so probably not right now. But like on the actual videos, on the channels you watching, after the fact, definitely comment with your lists because I love to see them, and they most likely will be better than Boy Green. So I'm trying to see some good lists.
Yeah, so feel free to drop those in the comment section of either of our YouTube channels, and we'll interact in the comment section. So keep that cooking, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. Me and Wudi will see you together coming up on Thursday at 3:00. Very much looking forward to that. And I'll be back on tomorrow morning with a Boy Green Daily talking all about it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you. God bless. Take care.